Today we will discuss server control utility and also CRS utility. I have two nodes, RAC1 and RAC2. I will log in from Oracle user to RAC1 and also to RAC2. Now I am on RAC1. You can see here host name. My host name is RAC1, and you can also check etc host file. These IP addresses, node IP addresses, public, private IP addresses, and also scan addresses. These are in the same subnet, and I can ping RAC2 and RAC1. Everything looks fine. So I have so here I have a server control utility, which I will use for database components, and I will also use CRS. So remember that we can start server control utility from both home, from grid infrastructure home as well as from cluster ready services from database home. So I will switch user to grid Oracle Dora NV. I will navigate to plus ASM1. So here I can run CRS-CTL -help. It will show me all the commands which I can use from this utility. I can use all these commands: check, config, debug, delete, in all these. And here I also have server control utility, which I can run from grid in database home. I will just set aura env RACDB1 srvctl -help. It will also show me all the related commands. I can enable, disable, start, stop, relocate, and I can perform all these commands through server control utility. So here I will check CRS-CTL, check CRS cluster ready services. It's showing me that Oracle High Availability Services is online, cluster ready services CRS online, synchronization services online, and event manager is also online. I can check CRS-CTL, check -h. I can check all these things, CRS, and I also can check status of CRS, CTSS cluster time synchronization service, CSS cluster synchronization service, time synchronization service. I can check all these things, CSS cluster synchronization service online. I also can check high availability services, it is also online. I can check for all the resources like this, resource -t. It will show me all the available resources on the node. So I will arrange it as a tabular format. It's showing me all the resources. Disk group online on both nodes. I have RAC node 1, 2. If array is also online on 2. Listener is online OC4J, all ASM instance network, all these are online. OC4J is offline, so I can make it some resources online in offline from series control utility CTL start. I can use help what I want to start. I can start cluster, I can start service resource OC4J, but it will not starting. CRSCTL start aura.oc4j. Start resource, because it is disabled. When the resource is disabled and the node is rebooting due to some error or you manually reboot the nodes and the resource status is disabled, it will not start up automatically. So make sure all the related resource are enabled. So after system reboot in server reboot, it will start automatically. So the status of this utility, the service is disabled. I will make it enable first from server control utility is RBCTL enable OC4J. I can check status OC4J. It is not running. I can start it. Start C4J. I have two different utilities, server control and CRS cluster resource. So now I can enable it. Start resource from here, CRS utility. Will stop from here. So CRS start resource Aura OC4J. It would start. It is running on node 2. So fine. I can check all the resources and I can make sure to see if I want to see which resources are online and which are offline. So I can use the CRSCTL stat res-t-init. It will show me all the resources which are online and offline. ASM instance online started, all these are started on RAC node 1. So it's showing me all the resources on the specific node. So I will check CRSCTL query dash help. I can see a query for some booting disks, CSys boot disk. This is the path and it is online and this is the location. So I can use this for different services, different resources. Status, CRS entity name, and you can check stat dash help. It will show you all the related command. I can start. What do you want to start? It will also give you the help, and I can use it enable. So you can use these things. So I want to disable Oracle high availability services. If I make it disabled, so after system reboot it will not start automatically. So remember that do not disable it, but for testing purpose I will disable Oracle high availability services. or CRS. User do not have proper privileges. I will change to root user. CRS. So it is disabled now, and it will not start automatically after system reboot. So I can check status or check CRS. Now it is online, but after system reboot it will not start automatically, so I will enable it. So it is back enable again. You can use CRS CTL or server control utility is RBC CTL status. I can check for node apps. Node application will show me all the details of nodes. Here you can see database, node app status, node apps. It will show me all the details. RAC virtual IP address enabled. If it is disabled, it will not start automatically on RAC 1 and RAC 2. Network is also enabled. If it is disabled, I can disable from CRS and server utility. It is also running on both nodes. So these are all the details. I will also check listener. My listener, I have two listeners. Remember that one is scan listener and other is a default listener. First I will check default listener. I will check ls-ctl status from this command. So it is enabled and running. I can check status. I can start and stop, but I will use for start and stop. Stop listener. It stopped now. I can check status of the listener from status listener. This is default listener. It is enabled and not running. I will start it again. Start listener. So the server, it started again, running on node RAC 1 and RAC 2. I can also check SRVCTL status scan underscore listener. Status dash help. You can check scan listener, scan underscore listener. So scan listener is running on RAC node 1 and it is enabled. So remember that scan listener is connecting client request to the cluster and it is dynamically reallocating on other server. If the server goes down or make disable due to any changes, it will move automatically to RAC node 2 because it is running on RAC node 1 right now. I will stop it. Stop scan listener, and I can check status of the scan listener here. It is enabled and not running. So I will start it again. Start scan listener. I can check the status. It is running on RAC node 1. So for the testing purpose, I will come to RAC node 2. I will make it suspend and will come to RAC node 2. Here I can check the Aurora in V. So this is second node, ASM2. ASM instance should be ASM2. Is our VCTL status scan underscore listener. I will also check it's not running. I can start it. Scan listener 1 was already running. Let's check the status. So it takes some time, and now it is running on RAC node 2 without starting. It is dynamically moving from one node to other. So I will again suspend this. Remember, it is running on RAC node 2. I will suspend this virtual machine and will resume back to RAC 1, and I will check the resource. I will check that whether it is, oh my god,